Have you ever felt like you're just fighting with a generic chatbot that absolutely does not get what you're trying to do? Well, today we're going to break down a blueprint for building something way, way smarter, a personalized AI assistant. This is all about creating a powerful tool that's tailored specifically for your unique, high-stakes workflow.
You know, if you work in a specialized field, finance, cybersecurity, market analysis, you've probably felt this frustration. The standard, off-the-shelf AI tools, they just don't understand the nuances of your job. The real problem is they lack specific context. But the good news? We can build that context right in. Let's dig into how. Okay, so where do you even begin? The very first step, the foundation of this whole thing, is to map your workflow. The goal here is to pinpoint those tasks that are not only repetitive, but also really high value. This map becomes the actual blueprint for what we're going to teach our AI assistant to do. And this is where we get into the nitty-gritty. We're looking for the patterns in your day-to-day work. Are you spending hours combing through financial statements looking for anomalies? Are you constantly monitoring system logs for potential threats? Or maybe you're just trying to turn a long, rambling meeting into a clear list of action items. Think about the things you do over and over that need to be precise. That's your starting point. To make this really tangible, let's map a task that almost everyone deals with, a team meeting. It's a fantastic example because it's just packed with valuable but totally unstructured information. You know, conversations, decisions, and action items that so often just get lost. It's the perfect kind of challenge for an AI to tackle. And here's how that logic actually breaks down. The input is pretty simple, just the meeting's audio and transcript. The AI's process, well, this is where the magic happens. It transcribes, it summarizes the key points, it pulls out action items, and it could even analyze sentiment. And the output, that's where you see the incredible value. A clean summary, Jira tasks created automatically, and a recap sent right to your team. Simple, logical, and so powerful. Okay, so once you have your workflow map ready to go, it's time to assemble your toolkit. This really just means picking the right AI models, the software that's going to connect everything, and the best strategy for personalizing it all for your specific needs. So here are the core building blocks. First, you've got your foundation models like GPT 5.1. These are the brains of the operation that handle the heavy lifting and reasoning. Then you have middleware, like FastAPI, which you can think of as the nervous system that orchestrates the whole process. A vector database, like Pinecone, acts as the AI's long-term memory, helping it remember context from past conversations. And finally, the integrations are kind of like the hands and feet, connecting your AI to the tools you use every single day, like Jira and Teams. So how do you make this thing truly yours? You've basically got two main paths. You can use these powerful pre-trained models right out of the box. They're super fast and great for general stuff. Or if you want a true expert, you can fine-tune a model on your own internal data. Now, it takes more effort for sure, but this creates a specialist that really understands the unique jargon and all the little nuances of your world. And this is where things get really, really exciting. We're talking about agentic actions. This is a total game changer. It means your assistant doesn't just analyze stuff and report back. It actually does things. It can run a compliance script. It can query an API for live market data, or create those Jira tickets we talked about all on its own. It's not just a tool anymore. It's an active participant in your workflow.
Okay, we've got our map, we've got our tools. Now it's time to actually assemble the system. And for that, we're going to use a really clear 5-layer architecture. Think of this as the technical blueprint that brings everything together.
Just picture it like an assembly line, right? Layer 1 is all about collecting the raw data, audio, logs, whatever you've got. Layer 2 is the AI core. That's where all the analysis and reasoning happens. Layer 3, the orchestrator, is the traffic cop, managing the entire workflow from start to finish. Layer 4 connects out to all your other tools, and finally, Layer 5 delivers that finished product, a dashboard, an alert, or a perfectly drafted report.
Now, with a framework this powerful, I know it's super tempting to just try and automate everything all at once. But trust me, the key to success here is to start small. Pick one high-impact use case and build what we call a minimum viable product, or an MVP. The goal is simple: prove its value and do it fast.
And you know what? The source material gives a fantastic recommendation for that first project. Build an AI meeting assistant. Why? Because it delivers immediate, tangible value to pretty much anyone in an organization. And it's a perfect way to test and refine that whole 5-layer architecture we just talked about.
And just look at what you get right out of the gate. We're talking automatic transcriptions, speaker recognition, summaries that are focused on tasks and risks, and action items that get created directly in your project management tool. I mean,
This single MVP could save your team hours every single week.
And once that first project is a huge success, you just use the exact same blueprint to start tackling more complex domain-specific challenges. You could build a security log analyzer, a stock research assistant, or a tool that automatically checks if you're ready for a disaster recovery scenario. The potential is just enormous.
So that brings us to the final question, and this one's for you. When you look at your own daily grind, all the repetitive tasks, the data overload, what is the first, most impactful task that you are going to teach your new AI assistant?